I'm gonna use these still. I'm over halfway, so I'm making some progress. I've been working on this paint by number, and I don't know what purpose that is supposed to serve. I don't get it. So today's video is going to be just kind of a chill, chatty, almost show and tell type of style. I wanted to talk about some of the projects I'm currently working on, and then some that I have planned for the future. And then I do have a little announcement at the end of the video too, if you wouldn't mind sticking around for that. I'm going to use these still. So I wanted to start off by talking about the butterfly sweater that I'm working on, and the part 1 video for that project brought in a lot of new subscribers, a lot of views to the channel. So if you are coming to the channel from that video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. So I'm just going to grab what I have for the project at the moment. So currently I am still working on the second panel of the sweater. I'm over halfway. So I'm making some progress, and I think I'm stitching a little faster than the first panel took me just because I'm more used to the process now. I just haven't had as much time to work on this as I would like to, but do know that I am still working away at this. That is the first thing that is in progress. So I'm hoping to get this panel finished within the next week or two, and then I can start piecing the two sides together and finish off part 2 of that video for you. I still have tons of this light color, obviously, because I'm not using a whole lot of it. It's just kind of for the small spots. I'm getting a little bit low in black. I'm hoping I'll still have enough. I do have another ball of black yarn. I just don't know, like it's not the same brand, so I don't know if the blacks are gonna work together. So I'm hoping that I have enough of this to finish off the whole project. That's where things are at with that. So hopefully part 2 sometime in March, crossing my fingers for that one. And then the other kind of main project that I'm working on right now is behind the camera. So I'll turn you around and show you what I'm doing there. So please pardon the mess. My desk is kind of where all of my projects sort of end up dumped. So I've been working on this paint by number. So I had started this because I had seen some paint by number companies advertised on Instagram, and I had looked through a couple of their websites, but it seemed like they were all either using AI generated art or they were super expensive. And like, I understand that you have to pay your artists, but over $100 seems like a lot to spend on a single piece of canvas and then a few tiny pots of acrylic paint, a couple of paintbrushes. So I didn't really want to go that route. So I found out that Michaels has actually a pretty wide selection of paint by number kits. So I was shopping with my mom a few weeks ago and we were in there. So I looked through all of the kits that they had, and this one kind of caught my eye. It was relatively inexpensive. I don't remember exactly how much it was. I think less than 30 though. And it's just the Artist Loft brand. So they had a bunch of kind of contemporary looking pieces, some landscapes, but I thought that this one was really cute. So I've been working away at this for a few weeks. It takes a surprising amount of time. I wasn't expecting it to go this slowly, but there is a lot of small detail. I do have a couple of little gripes with this kit though. One being that the colors that are on the box and on the included poster do not match the colors of the paint. So just to show you what I mean here, even the background color, the color of the wall here on the poster is very pink, and then it's come out very yellow. And then the browns are very different as well. Like this little dresser console table thing looks more of like a taupey brown in the poster, and then it's very orange in the actual paint colors. Not super impressed about that, but I don't know, maybe that's something you just get with any paint by number kit. This is actually the first one I've done, at least since I've been a kid. And then the other gripe that I have is that some of the little paint pots are kind of half dried out. They're usable and I can kind of work around the dried out areas, but I'm just hoping that I have enough to complete this piece. And in addition to some of them being dried out, the paint tends to be pretty thin. You can see some of the lighter colors, you can see the numbers through the paint. So I'm gonna end up having to do like 2 or 3 coats on a lot of this. But still, I'm having fun with it, so I'm sure it will all turn out okay. So then one other project that I've had sitting on my desk for a while are these. And these are cards for embroidery floss. So in case you weren't aware, I do run a business designing cross-stitch kits. So these floss cards are part of my kits. These are just printable business cards. They all list the numbers of embroidery floss for each of the kits. And then I go through and hole punch each one. And then I cut down embroidery floss and string it through the cards to include with each of the kits. So I have, I think it's 50 here that I need to do. I have a bunch of kits that my stock is getting really low on. I have several that are down to just 1 or 2 of each design. So I have to make up a bunch of kits and I just haven't gotten around to this. I am gonna need to get these finished at some point in the near future. So if you wanted to see what that whole process is like, if you want me to do kind of a day in my life as a small business owner, walking you through how I put together all of the kits, I can absolutely do that. Just let me know in the comments down below if you have any interest in seeing that kind of thing. And I will also leave a link down below in the description to my Etsy shop if you want to check out those kits. Unfortunately, I am only able to ship within Canada right now. I do also have shipping set up for the UK if you happen to be located there, but primarily I'm just shipping within Canada at the moment. But if you're Canadian and you want to get a cross-stitch kit, link is down below. So then in addition to that, the only thing that is kind of a current in the works sort of project is this, which is just some mending and altering. I got this sweater. I bought it online from Halara. It's very cute. However, I have worn it only once and I ended up with a hole in one of the sleeve cuffs. So that needs to be fixed. I went through my wardrobe recently, kind of pulled out pieces that I never wear anymore. A bunch of it I donated, but there's a couple pieces that I don't mind the look of, but this style is kind of weird. These were both secondhand. I think both of them I got on ThreadUp at some point in time. This one, I didn't look into the listing too much. I just saw kind of the first picture and it looked like just kind of a basic green t-shirt. However, the back is a completely different material. The front is just kind of a stretchy jersey, and then the back is this weird kind of non-stretchy crepe material. So that first of all is a little weird. And then secondly, it's got these strange slits in the shoulder area on both sides. And I don't know what purpose that is supposed to serve. So I like the way the shirt looks from the front, but I won't wear it without a sweater or something over top of it just because it looks so weird. Like, why would somebody want to show off their shoulder blades? I don't get it. So my thought is to just stitch up these slits. That doesn't really solve my like weird panel of a different fabric, but at least I won't have weird slits in the back of it. So that is number 2. And then the third one that I have, I'm hoping will be fairly easy to fix. It's just this blue top. It's got this kind of crossover thing in the front. My intention was to buy to wear to work. I work in an office, so I kind of have to be business casual most of the time. So yeah, I thought this would be okay for that. But it has this weird flap thing in the front, which I don't really understand. It's just a regular shirt aside from that. It's not like a crossover thing. It's just like an additional flap at the bottom. So I want to just try to take out this panel. It is sewn into the side seam though, so I think I need to rip out this seam to get that out. And again, when I bought it, I was just seeing pictures online. I must have thought it was an actual crossover and not just a weird flap. Anyway, that should be a relatively easy fix. And that's kind of all that I have at the moment for current projects. But I do have several things planned for the near future. So in regards to upcoming projects, I have a few things planned. My best friend is currently pregnant, so I wanted to make her, I'm thinking probably a baby blanket, either that or some sort of soft toy, but I'm leaning towards blanket. So I wanted to find some sort of crochet pattern for that. I suppose that's something I could knit as well. If you have any suggestions, if there's a baby blanket pattern that you really love, please let me know the name and the designer and or where I could get the pattern from. I would appreciate that. This channel has primarily been crochet, though I am leaning towards broadening the scope of the projects that I do, just because I do have a variety of hobbies, including knitting, sewing, cross stitch, painting now. So I would like to share kind of all of the projects that I'm working on, not just focus so much on crochet. So I'm hoping there's enough appeal for other types of crafts for people to stick with the channel. Another knitting project that I've been considering is the Sophie scarf by Petite Knits. I'm kind of on the fence about this one. It's one that has been super popular. I've seen at least 2 of the YouTubers that I watch on a regular basis make it. It seems like a lot of people really love the pattern. I know it's really easy and beginner friendly. I would kind of like to share my experience making that, if that's something that will appeal to you. My only kind of apprehensions about it though are that it's not necessarily my style. So I don't know if it's something that I would actually wear if I made it. I think there is kind of an extended version of it though that is kind of a larger scarf with a hood attached to it, if I remember correctly. So I might end up doing that version because I can see myself using that more so than just like the really small neck scarf. I can't really see myself wearing that kind of thing. So if you're interested in seeing me make the Sophie scarf, let me know. And if it is something that you've been thinking about making, it's always nice to see somebody else making the same thing and sharing their opinions so that you kind of can make a judgment call on if you want to make it yourself or not. And then kind of the other main project that I have that is on my to-do list is this. I was given this as a Christmas gift and it had been on my wish list. So this is a hand and lock embroidery kit. And this is one of the kits that they did with Bernadette Banner. It is the Harvest Moon embroidery kit. So this one is primarily beadwork, but a lot of it is this kind of gold, I don't even know what you call it exactly. It's like gold string and you like cut it down. There's some beads as well and then some regular embroidery floss. Yeah, and then it's just done on, there's kind of a pre-machine embroidered piece of black velvet. So you just stitch on all of the gold pieces to this. I'm really looking forward to doing this. I know this is going to take some time because I've never done this kind of thing before. It's new techniques to learn. So I've sort of been putting this off because I know it's going to take me some time, but it's gorgeous and I think I'm really going to enjoy doing it. So if you want to see an embroidery video, again, let me know down below. Just trying to gather ideas and opinions and just kind of see what sort of content my viewers would be interested in watching. If it is just strictly crochet content that people want to see, or if you are interested in a variety of crafts, please let me know. I am trying to tailor my content to what people want to watch, but I also want to keep a bit of a balance so that things don't get stale for me, so that I can share some of my other interests aside from crochet. I do still want to do more kind of beginner tutorials and that kind of thing. I do really enjoy doing those kind of videos, but I want to do more just kind of process videos, just like these are projects that I'm currently working on, bringing you along with me, not necessarily showing you how to do something, but just kind of showing you what I'm working on. So that's more or less it for projects that I'm currently working on and things that I'm planning. I do have kind of a few other vague ideas for videos that I want to do, different projects, but I haven't really gotten concrete plans down for those yet. But I guess that brings us to the announcement part of the video. So I just wanted to let you know that I have now reached the point where I've been accepted into the YouTube Partner Program. So thank you so much for helping me get to that point. So because I have reached that milestone, I'm able to open up memberships. If you want to become a member of the channel, you can just go to the main channel page and there should be a button there that says join. There are 2 membership tiers. So if you become a channel member, that will allow you to see my videos a little bit before everybody else. And I'm thinking about doing members only videos. And then in the higher tier, you'll get a shout out at the end of my videos. So if you are interested in supporting the channel, please do consider becoming a member. Your support will help me to purchase supplies so that I can make more projects, as well as helping me to upgrade some of my filming equipment too, just to make my videos better quality. Thank you so much. If you want to support the channel and are not able to do so monetarily, liking videos, subscribing to the channel, and leaving comments are all great ways to support the channel as well. So that is what I'm up to right now. I have tons of things that I need to work on, clearly. So I'm gonna get to that right now. Right now, I think I'm gonna get back to my butterfly sweater and try to get that done up as soon as I can. So I'm gonna leave this video here for today, but I just wanna say thank you so much for watching. I will see you again soon. Bye.